AI video just evolved. This is Kling 3.0. As of now, you're not just generating clips, you're directing scenes with control.
You changed.
No, I evolved with Kling 3.0.
That's multi-character storytelling inside a single generation. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I created that scene using Kling 3.0 inside Higgsfield, from locking character consistency to structuring multi-shot prompts that actually work.
All right, let's dive straight in. Head to higgsfield.ai. When you get here, click on Video at the top, then Kling 3.0. You'll see Start and End Frame, Multi-Shot, Elements. You have your model here, Kling 3.0, selected. Duration, you can set the duration of your video from a minimum of 3 seconds all the way to 15 seconds. Set your aspect ratio and also select your resolution. It's pretty straightforward. Now I want to show you this feature here, Elements. This is what enabled me to create consistent videos of my character. First of all, I used Nano Banana Pro to create different angles of my character, such as front-facing, side profile, and 3/4 angle. I then opened Elements in Kling 3.0 and created a new element. This is where you upload up to 4 images, give it a name and description, and click Generate. Let me show you the one I generated. I'll click on Edit to open it. These are the 4 images I uploaded: front view, side profile, 3/4 angle, and upward camera angle. I gave it a name and a short description. That's it. Kling uses these references to lock your character's appearance throughout the entire video. And here's what's cool. This works for anything. Products, objects, anything. If you need visual consistency, Elements has you covered. With my character locked in, I jumped into Nano Banana Pro to create my starting frame. I wanted a cyberpunk rooftop scene at night. Here is the prompt that I used with the help of ChatGPT. I used my character image as a reference and had ChatGPT write the scene description and camera angle for me. I then went back to Kling 3.0 and uploaded my start frame, then toggled multi-shot on. This is where it gets interesting. Multi-shot lets you create multiple camera angles and scenes in one 15-second generation. Each shot needs to be at least 3 seconds, and you can go all the way up to 15 seconds total. Now, writing effective multi-shot prompts takes some skill, so I used ChatGPT. Here's the key. Be specific. I asked it for a rooftop scene with 2 characters, detailed camera movements and dialogue, and I told it to keep each prompt under 500 characters, because that's Kling's limit, and asked for exactly 3 shots. ChatGPT gave me 3 detailed shots: camera movements, lighting, wardrobe, even wind direction. I came here and pasted the prompts into their shot field. I set the duration for each shot to match my timing. To keep the consistency of the woman in every shot, I clicked Elements and selected her element, and clicked Use Element. This kept her consistent across all 3 shots. I set my resolution, I went 1080p, and hit Generate. And here's what we got.
You changed.
No, I evolved with Kling 3.0.
3 distinct camera angles, seamless transitions, dialogue that actually syncs, and my character stays perfectly consistent throughout. This is the workflow. Elements for consistency, Nano Banana Pro for starting frames, ChatGPT for structured prompts, and multi-shot to bring it all together. But what if you don't want to create a starting frame? Let me show you text to video. Another way of creating videos with Kling 3.0 is text to video. In this case, we don't have a start frame. I gave ChatGPT my prompt. I want to try another video generation, this time text to video without a start frame. I want people to be there and talk. A man and woman talking while standing in the rain. We will be using multi-shot. Multi-shot is not about creating different scenes, but different shots at the same scene. Keep the characters under 500. Now give me the prompt for Kling 3.0. ChatGPT gave me 4 shots. Multi-shot is on. I pasted them in each slot and set my duration. I set my aspect ratio and resolution, then hit Generate. And here's the video.
You can't keep running from this.
I'm not running. I'm choosing.
And that changes everything.
At first, it looked perfect, but on closer inspection, the man's lips moved before he spoke, and the woman's final word, everything, didn't sync right. Lip sync isn't perfect yet. From the side view, the lip sync of both characters seems perfect. And speaking of imperfections, I want to tell you about the main issue I encountered. Kling 3.0 loves adding random dialogue when you don't ask for it. Multiple generations had characters speaking gibberish I never prompted, like these.
Yerawather, Ibiyunowi, to Enki.
It's frustrating. I shouldn't have to explicitly say no dialogue in every prompt. Another thing I noticed was that close-up shots maintained greater consistency than distance shots. You may want to keep that in mind. Your character may distort or morph at a far distance. Keep your characters close to camera for best results. There's so much I have not covered, but overall I see an improvement from Kling 2.6, and I'm happy about it. Look, Kling 3.0 isn't perfect, the random dialogue bug is annoying, lip sync can be hit or miss, and distance shots still struggle, but Elements actually solves character consistency. Multi-shot opens up real storytelling possibilities, and the visual quality is a genuine step forward from 2.6. If you want consistent characters or product shots, this is worth trying. Drop a comment if you've tested Kling 3.0 and let me know your thoughts. And if this helped, hit like and subscribe. I've got more AI video tutorials coming. See you in the next one.